Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. It was nice and beautiful. A lot of people down at the beach. I know that I had a good time, and I hope that you guys are ready to learn more about statistics. Today, we're going to be looking at something called Box and Whisker Plots. And Box and Whisker Plots kind of reminded me of kind of a kitten face, which is what we're working on, and how to analyze data and look at that data. So we're going to go ahead and learn how to make one today. So we're going to answer the question, how many pets do you have? Because we talked about pets on Friday. And so here I have some information and the steps of what to do. So we're going to go ahead and start by ordering the data from least to greatest. So I asked the question and I already have the answers here. So asking a class of students, I had 5 with 0 pets. And I'm now putting them in order from least to greatest. I then have 7 students with 1 pet and 10 students with 2 pets, 6 students with 3 pets, 3 students with 4 pets, and finishing up with 1 person with 15 pets. And this is real data from last year. And the student that had 15 pets lived on a farm. So now that they're in order from least to greatest, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw the data box. Whenever we're creating a box and whisker plot, we're going to make this same data plot, and it contains 5 different important pieces of information that we're going to get from the answers to our survey. So the first item on your box is the lowest number. The second box is LQ, which stands for lower quartile, which is like the bottom quarter of the data. M stands for the median, the middle number. Upper quartile is the upper quarter of the data. And finally, the highest number. So we're going to go ahead and look at this data and find what these specific numbers are. So the smallest number and the biggest number are the easiest. We look and we see that the smallest number of pets that people had was 0. So we're going to go ahead and put that 0 there. And we can clearly see that the most pets anyone had was 15. So those are the easiest 2. Now we're going to go ahead and we are going to find the median, that middle number. So the way that we do this is we go ahead and we cross off the highest and the lowest until we get to that middle point of the data. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We cross out the 0, 15, the 0, and the 4, and we're going to continue to do this with our X's until we're down to either 1 or 2 numbers in the middle if they're even or odd. So as you can see here, as we're crossing off doing a pair at a time, what we have left is 2 2s. Now, if you just have a single number left, you're going to circle that number. That's going to be your median. However, if you have 2 numbers left, you're going to find the middle of those 2 numbers. That means that you're going to add them together and divide by 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. If they're the same number, of course, the middle is going to be that same number. And this is your median. So our median in this case is going to be the number 2. Now all we have left is the lower quartile and the upper quartile. Now, what that basically means is your lower quartile is the median half of the upper half of the lower half of the data, and your upper quartile is the middle of your upper half of the data. So we're going to go ahead and do the same kind of thing that we found the median, but we're just going to do it with the bottom half of the data and the upper. Now, if you had a single number there that you circled instead of 2, then you would not include that number. Because we had 2 in the middle here, the bottom half of the data is this part, and the upper half of the data is this point. So we're going to do the same, finding that middle. So we're going to go ahead and start with the lower half of the data. So once again, we take out the 0 and the 2, and we're going to continue to do that in pairs until we get to the middle. So we're going to cross those out. And as you can see, we have 2 left again, and they're both 1s. So we know that our lower quartile is going to be a 1. If they were different numbers, we'd add them together and divide by 2, which of course 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So our lower quartile is going to be 1. We're going to do the same for the upper quartile, where we're going to cross off the 2 and the 15, the 2 and the 4, the 2 and the 4, and we're going to continue to do that until we meet in the middle. And as you can see, we have 2 3s, add them together, that's 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So our upper quartile is going to be 3. So now we have our 5 data sets. So we're going to go ahead and now we're going to start drawing and creating our box and whisker plot. So we're going to start by drawing a number line. And our biggest number was 15, so we have to go up to 15 at least. And then we're going to add a dot above each data point from the data table. So we're going to put a dot at our lowest number, which was 0, a dot at our lower quartile, that's 1, a dot above our median, which is 2, a dot at our upper quartile is 3, and we're going to have a dot above our 15, which was our highest number. We're now going to draw a box around the middle 3 points. So this is the box from Box and Whisker. And then we're going to go ahead and add a line straight through the middle of the box at our median. We're going to finish up by adding the whiskers, which goes from the middle half of the data to the lower number and the higher number. And this is our completed Box and Whisker plot. We're going to go ahead and add a title to our graph. This shows where most of the data lies. Half of the data is close to the bottom. If you have a long whisker, it shows you that you're going to go ahead and have an outlier. There wasn't a lot of people that had 15 pets. So the longer the whisker, the farther away the outlier, and the closer the whisker, the closer that is to the middle set of the data. So just to review, our lowest number is our first dot, our lower quartile is our second, our median is our middle, and our upper quartile is our third dot. Our biggest number is the one furthest to the right. So inside the box is that middle 50% of the data. And the only problem with a Box and Whisker plot is our original data is lost. We don't know how many we had of each set of data. Thank you guys so much. I hope you're having a great day. Our magic word of the day today is pineapple. I hope you guys like the show Psych as much as me. They have a pineapple in every show. Have a great day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.